Did you know that Volkswagen is facing a crisis that could shut its doors forever? It's not what you might think. In this video, we're delving deep into the Volkswagen crisis, uncovering the shocking reasons behind their struggles with electric vehicles, debt, and more. Stay tuned till the end to find out if Volkswagen can regain its dominance and potentially challenge Tesla in the EV market. The answers might just surprise you. Volkswagen is dealing with a substantial crisis in the electric vehicle sector, potentially jeopardizing the carmaker's future. The CEO of VW sent a strong message to the entire EV industry when he warned that the roof is on fire. This is a critical wake-up call. VW is facing significant backlash from consumers due to its inability to fulfill EV commitment, resulting in layoffs, the abandonment of over 350 cars in storage yards, and a drastic loss of market share to Tesla in just 1 year. It's nothing short of a catastrophe, and it's impacting the entire auto industry. In certain regions, VW's cars have seen such weak sales that they've had to halt production altogether. You might wonder why the VW CEO is so committed to EVs despite a lack of demand. You might also question why Volkswagen left thousands of cars to deteriorate in the desert and whether they can survive fierce competition. I can tell you that the situation is quite complex. Here's what actually happened. The Volkswagen Group initially didn't want to phase out combustion engines, but external pressures are now forcing them to produce EVs, resulting in substantial financial losses. In a viral address to the company's top executives, VW's CEO, Thomas Schaefer, delivered a dire warning that has sent shockwaves through the automotive industry. During the hour-long meeting, Schaefer expressed, "This is the final wake-up call," indicating a significant reduction in spending. Schaefer's urgency was evident as he addressed over 2,000 senior managers, stating, "The roof is on fire. We are allowing costs to skyrocket in many areas." Volkswagen is now the most heavily indebted company globally, with a staggering debt of $192 billion. To put this in perspective, that debt is nearly equivalent to the entire GDP of countries like South Africa or Hungary. Volkswagen isn't the only German automaker grappling with immense debt. Daimler and BMW, two of Germany's automotive giants, also rank among the top 10 most indebted companies worldwide, with debts of $151 billion and $114 billion, respectively. With mounting losses in their auto departments, VW's situation is deteriorating. And yes, they even had to abandon 350,000 cars in the desert. But the reasons behind this decision are quite complex and will become clearer if you continue watching. Nevertheless, VW's challenges extend beyond internal operations. External factors like emission and safety regulations are straining the company's resources despite a 48% year-over-year increase in all electric vehicle sales. The sales downturn in China, where VW has had to offer substantial discounts on its most profitable models to stay competitive, adds to the pressure. They're getting ready to launch some more affordable models under the $25,000 mark, and I'll fill you in on those towards the end of this video. Across 37 facilities in the US, there are over 300,000 diesel cars, which serve as a stark reminder of the company's questionable actions. This large-scale storage situation is the result of Volkswagen's infamous 2015 emissions scandal, where they were caught using software tricks to manipulate emissions tests. After the fallout, they had to deal with a staggering $7.4 billion in buyback settlements and the massive task of storing these recalled vehicles. These old diesel cars are scattered across different locations, including a desert near Victorville, California, a former football stadium in suburban Detroit, and an old paper mill in Minnesota. On top of this, a new ban on combustion engines in the EU has resulted in significant financial losses. But were you aware that electric vehicles are facing their own set of challenges? By 2030, the EU is expecting to see around 30 million electric cars on European roads. But with this growth comes the question of what to do with used batteries. Most electric vehicles use lithium-ion batteries, which differ significantly from the traditional lead-acid batteries found in regular cars. These EV batteries are larger, heavier, and contain hazardous materials. If mishandled, they can lead to potentially dangerous situations. Surprisingly, only about 5% of these batteries are currently being recycled worldwide. Some companies, like Nissan and Volkswagen, are finding ways to repurpose old batteries for various uses. Renault is also working with Veolia to recycle all its electric car batteries. Recent reports from Bloomberg have pointed out a significant drop in the demand for electric cars in Germany. This decline is mainly due to the German government ending subsidies for electric vehicles used by businesses, which make up a significant portion of the new car market in Germany. The discontinuation of these subsidies caused a 171% surge in electric car sales in August as people rushed to take advantage of the incentives before they expired. However, after the subsidies ended, sales dropped, and this particularly affected Volkswagen, as 70% of the electric cars made in Salzgitter were purchased by businesses. The consequences of this decline are clear. Production of Volkswagen's ID.3 and ID.4 electric models will be reduced at their primary EV factory in Zwickau until mid-October. Additionally, the assembly of the ID.3 at the glass factory in Dresden will pause for the first 2 weeks of October. The impacts of this production cut are significant. Volkswagen has announced that it will not renew the contracts of 269 temporary workers in Zwickau once their one-year contracts expire. Moreover, the future of approximately 2,000 more temporary staff is uncertain. The company's choice to cancel its plans for a new $2 billion factory in Wolfsburg underscores the challenges they are facing. Originally, under Herbert Diess's leadership, Volkswagen had ambitious plans for a new electric car architecture called Trinity, which included building a new factory in Wolfsburg to rival Tesla's Grünheim factory in terms of efficiency and productivity. However, with Oliver Blue taking over from Diess, a comprehensive review of the Trinity program and the proposed factory was conducted. The result was a unanimous decision by the 20 members of the Volkswagen Board of Management to abandon the plans for the new factory. The company is planning to increase the production of the ID.3 in 2023 at the Zwickau factory. Furthermore, the Wolfsburg factory is set to take on the production of a new all-electric SUV for the high-volume market segment starting in 2026. This facility will continue producing the popular Volkswagen Golf and the next-generation Tiguan. In China, Volkswagen, which is the top car brand by revenue, lost its position to BYD as the best-selling car brand earlier this year. This development led Volkswagen to reduce the prices of its ID.3 and ID.4 models in the region, resulting in decreased profits. A significant issue in China revolves around VW's agency model, which was introduced alongside its ID series. While this model is cost-effective, it restricts dealers from adjusting prices. A VW sales representative mentioned that the manufacturer cannot sell directly. That becomes clear in times like these, highlighting that the electric models are simply too expensive. Reports suggest that the high order backlog conceals the underlying low demand. The company confirmed that the production of the new SSP-based EVs would be integrated into the existing and modernized structures of its primary Wolfsburg plant. This includes the fully electric VW Golf MK9, positioned as a high-volume model. Additionally, VW plans to produce a new EV model at Wolfsburg, speculated to be an electric version of the Tiguan. Furthermore, the Wolfsburg plant will also oversee the production of the Tiguan all-space successor in 2025. One of the significant announcements is the confirmation of an all-electric SUV for the high-volume market segment, set to begin production in 2026. This model, potentially named the VW ID.1, aims to be the new entry-level model in VW's EV lineup, positioned below the upcoming ID.2. It intends to replace the aging E-Up with a starting price of under $22,000. VW has initiated its Accelerate Forward program with the goal of achieving long-term profitability and performance. This ambitious strategy seeks to double VW's passenger brand profit margins from 3% to 6.5%. VW is targeting an improvement in earnings by a substantial $11.2 billion. The company's approach is twofold, focusing on higher volume models to streamline production and significantly reducing the number of variants to optimize efficiency. A prime example of this new direction is the ID.7, which offers fewer configuration options compared to its predecessor, the Golf 7 model. VW has also introduced a limited-time offer on its ID.3 electric car in China, signifying its intent to reduce prices and make more affordable cars for the market. Despite the challenges, this year has been relatively positive for VW. By extrapolating their sales data so far, we can anticipate a potentially favorable year-end result. While it might not be a significant improvement from the previous year, with new cars launching soon, we could witness the German giant returning to its top position. Volkswagen faces stiff competition in the EV market, particularly from Tesla. The race to the top is intense, with both companies investing heavily in electric mobility. Volkswagen's Accelerate Forward program is a strategic step toward boosting profitability and performance. By simplifying production and offering more affordable electric models, they aim to capture a broader market share. Whether they can surpass Tesla in EV sales remains uncertain. Tesla has already established itself as a major player in the industry with a loyal customer base. However, Volkswagen's long history, extensive production capabilities, and commitment to electric vehicles may enable them to make significant inroads. The electric car market is evolving rapidly, and both companies have the potential to succeed. What are your thoughts on Volkswagen's ability to outperform Tesla in terms of EV sales? Share your views in the comments below. Thanks for watching.